in a second. All right. Welcome to Bracket Bash, the podcast. We take a bracket of 32, 64, 120 or more and banter our way down to a winner. I am your humble host this week, Freddie Fisher, and this is...
I am the bearded bastard, the one with the most wisdom through my whiskers. And this is...
returning to the show after a very, very long hiatus. You guys have been asking for her as much as you possibly can. And to be perfectly honest, I've been getting kind of lonely without her. Shy, how you been there, love?
Doing the Lord's work, saving lives, taking names, doing what I can. Glad to be back. And
we are ecstatic to have you back. And we have a new person today, this week, this quotable stuff we're doing. Chris has joined us on the show. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. I'm Chris Clues, coming to you from the last blockbuster on Earth. And I'm a keynote speaker and author, and I talk and write about 80s pop culture and what it can teach us for life and work.
Hell yeah.
Now, this is going to be a really dumb question. Are you actually in the last blockbuster on Earth? Because there's one last blockbuster left in like Washington or Oregon or something like that. Because that would be dope as hell if you are.
It's in Bend, Oregon, and I visited in 2019. And I took a bunch of pictures, and I use this as my virtual background when I do anything virtual. Yeah.
This is all like actual shit. So that's how.
So is this.
That's how my setup. Anyway, as I said in the intro, we are doing quotables this week. We try to do it every single show. Yay! Before I get into that, Matt has joined us. Good.
Hello. It
Matt,
looks like I couldn't join you until you were live. I don't know what the issue
Yeah, I
was.
know. It's weird. Let me switch that up because you are actually in a different rotation. Matt hopefully heard what we were doing before, so he knows the rules and everything else as far as that goes. But the other guest that is on today's show is Matt. Matt, how you doing there, sir?
I am doing well, other than the technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's been like every single week we have a new problem, but we use EVMux, and EVMux, the reason why we have technical difficulties is EVMux is always adding new stuff to their situation, and it's one of the cheapest things you can go with, and it's very rare that there's problems. It just seems to happen with completely incompetent people like me.
Hey, are you calling me incompetent? Let's hold on a second here.
Freddie was pushing off his negative juju on you.
Oh, I have my own podcast, so I totally get technical difficulties. It's fine.
Especially when you go live, dude. Like, you can wait a little bit when you're not going live, but
yeah,
you're going live, you have a certain set to hit. Anyway, this week we are talking about quotables. I sent a challenge out to people to give us, the people on the show, to give me 15 of their favorite quotes of all time ranked, and that's exactly how they're going to be on not only this week's but next week's episode as well. Doing a 32 now, 32 next week. It got really cold all of a sudden. I don't understand that. Turn my heat back on. And that's how they're ranked. Again, we have a couple of rules on this show. We're not doing past the parcel this week because we have 5 people. And the audience did not get to vote on this one because I didn't want to type all this shit out. That's the reason why. There is another poll going as far as the audience goes, and they're happy for that. There is, however, steal a vote. Steal a votes go all the way up into and including the quarterfinal round. If you can steal one person's vote as long as they have not voted yet during this show. One time. That is a lifeline, one time. So use it wisely. And that's up into the quarterfinal round. The other lifeline we have is blown a load. We vote round robin style on here as always. If you're one of the first people to go, don't want to be the first people to go, blow your load. This means you're going last. If somebody else blows their load after you, you're no longer going last. You're going directly before them, and so on and so forth. If you blow your load, please remember, your vote can still be stolen by the people who are going after you. Kind of a catch-22, I'm aware of that, but please use it wisely. That goes all the way up into the final vote. It's your last lifeline of defense. We're going to start off with me on this one. Winner moves on. It's either you guys want to know who sent in which one or not?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
You guys do? All right. So, looks like it's going to be Matt versus Chris on this one. And this is either from Die Hard, Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, or from, I think, Animal House. Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life. From, yes, and that is from Animal House. That is number 1 versus 63 on that one. I love Die Hard. Die Hard screwed me over last night, though. And I don't want to vote for Die Hard because there's other quotes in here I want to win it, and I personally think Die Hard, especially this line, has a unique ability to win this entire thing. And I don't want it to. So I'm going to go with Fat, Drunk, and Stupid on this one as an anti-vote or a support vote for other ones. Even the one directly before it, directly below it on this particular side of the bracket, I want to win over the entire Yippee-ki-yay motherfucker. So I'm going to go with Fat, Drunk, and Stupid. Kevin, is it Fat, Drunk, and Stupid or Yippee-ki-yay motherfucker?
Well, as an anti-vote to your anti-vote, I'm going for the best Christmas movie of all time, Die Hard.
Bringing the heat already. Shy.
Yeah. I mean, I can see how that can win everything, and there are probably there are ones of my own that I'd want to win more than that. But I mean, you gotta go with Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Gets a vote, Matt.
You know, I think I'm gonna go with mine. Thank you for the for offering, Mo.
Matt had Yippee-ki-yay on that one, which means Chris, finish us out.
Yeah, I'm going with mine on Die Hard. Yippee-ki-yay! I mean, I love Die Hard. Love Bruce Willis. Got to go with it.
So it looks like 4-1. Did that right? No, sorry, 3-2. I had it right. Don't in my head. 3-2. Yippee-ki-yay. I'm gonna try to write this as much shorthand as possible because there's no way I can do this throughout the entire show. Kevin starts us off. Kevin, you have 2 7th-round picks on this one to choose from. From Matt, is it Remember the 5th of November from V for Vendetta? Or from Chris? Be excellent to each other from Bill and Ted.
Be excellent to each other. I've never seen V for Vendetta, so
It's one of the best comic book movies of all time.
I do need to watch it. I get told that all the time.
So your final vote is?
Be excellent to each other.
I have to go V for Vendetta on that as well, or well, for myself, just because of Hugo Weaving.
Matt.
Remember the 5th of November, if you will.
Gets another one. Chris.
I mean, I'm going with Be Excellent to Each Other, not because it's mine solely, but also because that was my New Year's Eve post to everybody was in 2025, be excellent to each other.
I agree with the sentiment. I really do. There's a YouTuber, used to be a YouTuber, he's not anymore. He's an author by the name of John Green. He used to say he used to end all of his Mental Floss episodes with the line, "Don't forget to be awesome." And that is one of my favorite quotes of all time, period. And it reminds me so much of the entire be excellent to each other, because it's kind of the same thing. However, I celebrate 5th of November every year with a Facebook post. post with the entire remember the 5th of November, because I think people should be doing a lot more, not terrorist actions like that per se, but
So, are you promoting terrorism in November?
I'm promoting people speaking up for what they think is right with words,
With
not
terrorism.
necessarily with blowing shit up. Although it's the parliament, so realistically, I mean, you do what you want to do there, sir. 5th of November gets my vote 3-2 to the next round. Shy starts us off. Shy. It is me. It's me versus you on this one.
Okay.
Is it where the white women at from
Love that
Blazing
movie.
Saddles, or
Love it.
It Can't Rain All the Time from The Crow?
Shit.
I want to make sure I did quote I did quote that right.
Oh, that's.
Yep, you're right. It is.
Man, even for my own, for The Crow, which is one of my favorite movies, that's a really tough one. Uh, particularly, and I could be in a weird mindset here, because when we just did our podcast last night, we were going back over stuff from 2024. I think purely because Brandon Lee was done really dirty in 2024, I'm gonna have to go with The Crow. Though that is an excellent quote from Blazing Saddles.
I know, right? It Can't Rain All the Time gets a vote from Shay on the one. Matt.
You know, I was going to put Where Are All the White Women At on mine, but I didn't know what kind of podcast this was, so I didn't. But now I wish I would have had it, so I have to vote for that one.
Okay, first of all, for everybody out there who has not listened to the show before, the disclaimer for our show literally has 3 cuss words in the disclaimer to start the show.
And the title is, Bracket Bastards. Like, I could have put 2 and 2 together if I was
Yeah.
having more foresight.
White women get to vote off of that one.
You could have asked. It would have been
Yeah.
all right.
Chris gets to vote on this one. Chris, is it Where the White Women At, or It Can't Rain All the Time?
I love Mel Brooks, but I'm going to go with The Crow. More for just, I don't know. I feel like we all missed out with everything that happened on the set in the movie with Brandon Lee. And so
Rest in peace.
my heart is going to go with The Crow.
Crow gets a nod. Mel Brooks is one of the funniest creators I've ever wish I've had the ability to meet. If I ever do, I'm going to have to think of a question that is so worth his standard to ask him. And I'm running out of time because the dude's like 98 years old by this point, and he's still pumping out movies. They're making a remake to Spaceballs, and I think I'm wearing my Spaceball shirt today. But I got to give him props. Where the White Woman At, when it was done in that movie is incredibly racist to even start with, and that movie, it's just what it is. It gets my vote. Yeah, Kevin, tie-breaking decision. White women, or It Can't Rain All the Time.
Oh, come on, man. The Crow is like the best noir movie of all time. However, it's Mel Brooks, and Where the White Women At?
Where the white women at?
I'm not mad about it. Not mad about it at all.
To your point about that movie being incredibly racist, I read an interview. I think it was with Mel Brooks, and he said we were so concerned about writing this script because of the racism that it had in it that we had to bring in consultants that were African American to pass off on all of the script
Richard Pryor.
to make sure that we weren't being too racist.
Speaking of Blazing Saddles, by the way, on our other show, one of our other shows on this channel, the Recasting Call, we actually did a Blazing Saddles recast for modern day peoples, and I can't exactly remember who we had as far as the top people, but I know Seth MacFarlane got a role in that one. Jamie Foxx got a role on that one for Javon Little on that one. It's a creative episode, and It's one of the
black
few.
sheriff?
He
The
said
sheriff is near. Matt starts us off. I'm gonna have to find this quote because it is super freaking long.
I can do it for you if you want to have it from memory.
Do you have that entire thing from memory?
Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't write the entire thing, but I do have the entire thing from memory.
Okay. I'm gonna let you do this.
All right. Hopefully I don't mess it up. So we go. Men of Gondor, of Rohan, my brothers, I see in your eye the same fear that would take the heart of me. A day may come when the courage of men fails and we forsake. Oh no, I messed it up. Let me start over here. I'm actually going to read it so I don't mess it up.
Yeah, I can't find it. So
A day may come when the courage of men fails and we forsake our friends and break all bonds of fellowship. But it is not this day. An hour of wolves and shattered shields when the age of men comes crashing down. But it is not this day. This day we fight. By all that you hold dear on this good earth, I bid you stand, men of the West.
Now I
I'm gonna
want to
tell
go
you right
punch
now,
somebody
I'm
in
not.
the face.
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not going to read the full thing because I don't have the. I had a piece of paper that had all of it written down word for word, and I don't have it anymore. I have notes as far as I could fit on one line in small writing, and that was way too much. So, as far as this point on, I will be referring it to, if it moves on, Men of the West.
Perfect.
That's it. If it does move on, it is your responsibility to read that entire thing out.
And I will gladly do so.
Okay. Anyway. Matt starts us off. Is it Men of the West or from Shy? Your fate is sealed when the prophecy is read. From Encanto.
You put up Lord of the Rings against Encanto? Fuck you,
No,
Freddie.
you did that because that's where you decided to place it.
Motherfucker.
Anyway, Matt, it's your choice. Men of the West or your fate is sealed.
Men of the West, please.
Men of the West gets a vote. Chris.
Yeah, I'll go with Men of the West, Lord of the Rings.
I'm gonna go with your fate is sealed. I'm a Disney fan. I am a Disney kid through and through. We don't talk about Bruno is oddly
My
enough
fucking favorite.
in my top 10 list of all Disney songs, and that's hard to even start that list as far as that goes. And I do love this song. I don't think the quote is that good, to be perfectly honest, but I'm gonna go for your fate is sealed on this one. Kevin, is it your fate is sealed or Men of the West?
What are the quotes?
Which I will gladly say it again.
Matt, please.
A day may come when the courage of men fails, when we forsake our friends and break all bonds of fellowship. But it is not this day. An hour of wolves and shattered shields when the age of men comes crashing down. But it is not this day. This day we fight. By all that you hold dear on this good earth, I bid you stand, men of the West.
I kind of want Matt to do like a disclaimer or something for us. Like
I
some
did not
write
kind
this
of ad because
He has a nice voice.
his
Well, thank you.
yeah, he does. You have an excellent radio voice. So
No.
like a good speaker voice. I appreciate that shit. Anyway, Kevin, Men of the West, your fate is sealed.
Men of the West. That's a great quote.
Thank you.
Gets a vote and the win off of that one. Shy finish us out.
It's fucking Men of the West.
In our
You
first
can't-
4-1.
You can't put Disney up against Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is gonna win.
I had your back on that one, Shy. Come on.
I didn't have my own back on that one. When you're getting ready to go into battle, okay, come on.
And that's excellent sportsmanship, I have to add.
Shy just got beat out twice, by the way, and two of the best quotes of all time between men of the West and white women. Just anyway, speaking of good quotes,
Kindly suck a dick.
Chris starts us off on this one. It is myself versus Chris on this one. From Happy Gilmore. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. Or, I'm going to have to look this one up as well. All I need is some tasty waves, a cool buzz, and I'm fine from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, I mean, this honestly is a tough one for me, even though I gave the Spicoli vote or the Spicoli quote because I love Adam Sandler and Happy Gilmore and what a run he had during that time. God, I'm still gonna go with Spicoli though.
Billy gets a nod. I'm going to cancel that one out. I'm going to go with pieces of shit like you for breakfast. I quote that line more than I should. Every time that have the ability to come up, like if we're talking about Wheaties or breakfast cereal, I always say something that's like, well, it's better than eating pieces of shit for breakfast type thing. So pieces of shit gets my vote. Kevin, pieces of shit like you for breakfast or tasty waves.
Oh, it's pieces of shit for breakfast. Easy. Because I like the response back. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
No. Shy.
Yeah, it's gonna be pieces of shit.
Gets another one. Matt.
Pieces
out.
of shit.
4-1. Pieces of shit moves on. That's probably not the first time I've said that.
Pieces of shit moves on.
Not the first time I've said that. Next up, I start this one off. From Star Wars.
Ugh.
I feel your pain, Kevin, but I do love this quote. From Star Wars, Matt, it's from Matt. It says, I love you, I know, from Empire Strikes Back. And from Chris, rank number 9 from Jaws. You're going to need a bigger boat. You know what? I don't like either one of these movies. I don't like either one of these franchises. But I do love both of these quotes. However,
Wait. You don't like Star Wars?
I can't stand Star Wars.
Jesus Christ, Freddie.
Same.
I can't stand Star Wars.
I'm the same.
I can see why and how people like it, but I also consider it like people give it a 10 out of 10, but it might be a 6. And that's prorating it from when the graphics were actually good type thing.
I will say the first one blew my mind because I was like 7 or 8 years old and I went into the theater and I'd never seen anything like it.
But being 7 years old,
it didn't grab me as I aged.
Yeah, it's just, but I mean, being 7 years old, you don't have to have your cup is a lot smaller to fill up.
Yeah, it was great.
Shit's blowing up, and you're just
I am a fan of misquoted lines, and we're gonna need a bigger boat is misquoted all the time, as we're gonna need a bigger boat because it's actually you're gonna need a bigger boat. So I'm gonna go with Jaws on this one more as an anti-Star Wars person, but that gets my vote. Kevin, is it bigger boat or I love you?
I will always vote against Star Wars, but I would have done it anyway with this one because anytime I went fishing out on the flats or anywhere, I always said we're going to need a bigger boat.
Gets another one shy.
So obviously I'm a very big Star Wars fan, which I didn't actually watch until my early 20s. But controversially, I hate that quote from Star Wars. No offense. I feel like you could have picked so many better ones.
Oh, I
there's a couple Star Wars quotes in this entire bracket. So
I
Star
would
Wars
have
will
just
come back.
I would have purposefully misquoted and put Luke, I am your father on there. But I'm gonna have to go with Jaws on that one.
Gets another one and the win off of that one, Matt.
Well, even though I've already lost, I'll have to give it a little bit of defense here. And, that wasn't the original line written in the script, as far as I can tell from common lore. It was, I love you too, or you too, or something like that. And they did like 50 takes and none of it worked. And Lucas said to Ford, he was like, fine, I don't care, just try whatever. And so he improv'd that, and it stuck because it fits his character so well. So that's why I love that line, because it fits the character, not because it was written in the script. But I'm going to vote for mine, even though it's going to lose.
The really funny part is that I have said multiple times I can't stand Star Wars and everything, but I have so much Star Wars merch around my house. Like I have
Poser.
I just do because for instance, I have a T-shirt of the schematics from the Falcon ship. No, from the entire Falcon ship type thing. But I also have a tank top that says that has
Sun's out.
him on him on there, and he goes, "I know," on it, and it's one of my favorite. It's too small on me now, but because I'm a fat kid who loves cake, but it's still one of my favorite ones, and I was really sad when I had to pass it down to my kid. So, who does not like Star Wars either? So I'm pretty sure he didn't appreciate it. Chris, finish this out. Is it bigger boater? I love you.
I thought your tank top was going to say "Sun's out, guns out." I'm going to go with Jaws because, well, a number of reasons, but I'm a big fan of getting back to practical effects. I like CGI to a certain extent. I miss the practical effects, and I would love to see them get back to that. And that shark, although it can look awkward at times, it still it's pretty awesome. And the way that they made him look realistic, considering the time, I love practical effects, and I love the movie, so I'm going bigger boat.
Bigger boat moves on 4-1. Shy starts us off. It is my
Yeah, I started us off.
Kevin.
You started that one
Kevin.
Okay. No, that should be Kevin. Should have started that one off because there's 5 of us. That was our 6th vote. So.
off. Okay, skip me. That's fine.
I mean, I'll go back to you. It's no big deal.
No, Kevin, you do it.
I mean, you do it. Kevin, it is either myself or Chris on this one. I had from the movie Fight Club. I haven't been fucked like that since grade school. Or from Ghostbusters. Ray, when somebody asks if you're a god, you say yes.
I'm gonna go with the Ghostbusters. Ray.
Apparently, people don't like my sick sense of humor.
Oh no,
Shy.
I almost went with it. I
No,
love
see,
it. Yeah.
I love the sixth sense of humor, and I'm going with I haven't been fucked like that since grade school.
I have a friend of mine who's in some shit right now, but I don't remember that line in the movie, but he says it all the time. He quotes the movie. He doesn't say that particular thing all the time. He quotes that line all the time when he talks about shit, and it makes me laugh every time I hear it. So it's more for him.
I'm gonna be sure to say that after sex next time, and just lay in the bed next time, and just be like, "Man, I haven't been fucked like that since grade school."
Just wait for him. He was like, "Okay." Matt, I haven't been fucked like that since grade school, or you're a god?
Fuck since grade school. It's
another one. Chris?
I'm assuming you're going to go with yours. I'm still going to go with Ghostbusters and You're a God. There's so many great lines in that movie, but the whole scene where, he says he's not a god, and then Ray, when someone asks if you're a god, you say yes. And we quote that all the time too. So that's what I'm going with.
I do agree with you that there's plenty of lines in that movie that are definitely quotable. My favorite one, which did not make this list, this bracket, is the reason I'll say it, is the entire, it's true, this man has no dick.
Yes. Yeah, that's similar to your Happy Gilmore quote. That same type of comeback. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no, sure. All right, Shy. Um, is it from Major League? Jobu needs a refill, or I hope I wrote this entire thing down because there's no way in hell I'm going to remember the entire thing. Uh, but it is yours. First one's
Okay,
from
which
Kevin.
one?
This one's yours.
Which number?
This is number 12.
Okay, I got it. I
Starts
can
off
read
with
it if you want.
bullshit.
Bullshit. It looks to me like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up as a brown stain on the mattress. I think you've been cheated. Full Metal Jacket.
Oh yeah, Matt, you've been cheated, or Jobu needs a refill.
You've been cheated.
It's a vote, Chris.
Oh, I love Major League. I love Major League, but I'm gonna have to go Full Metal Jacket.
That this movie is quotable as fuck. Like that entire 15-minute tirade is there's there. Full Metal Jacket has at least 2, maybe 3 quotes in this entire bracket from what everybody has chosen. I'm pretty sure I chose one of them too, but yeah, I did choose one of them. But you've been cheated is if it wasn't chosen, I would have been super pissed because it's a fucking good line. You've been cheated gets my vote. Kevin, you've been cheated, or Jobu needs a refill.
It is a great line, but I'm not voting against myself, so Jobu needs a refill.
Shy, finish this out.
So it's Full Metal Jacket. You've been cheated. Brown stain on your mama's mattress.
4-1 in the next round. Be right back right after this break. We have a thank you to review that this week there, guys. Before I became a podcaster, I never thought all these requests for 5-star reviews actually mattered. Well, I was wrong. But being the bastards that we are, we're not just going to ask you to spend those valuable 3 seconds with nothing in return. Because to be perfectly honest, it's kind of rude. We'll trade you for it, though. If you send us a screenshot of your 5-star review on either YouTube or whatever your favorite podcatcher happens to be, we'll match. Along with a matchup you want us to vote on, we will not only shout you out on the show, but we'll do our matchup live on air. It will be our thank you to review. This week's thank you to review comes from a Connor Cage. It says, "Happy Sunday, Podmasters." I appreciate that, by the way. I've never been called a Podmaster, but it's kind of cool. Connor Cage from Florida. Yes, I am a Florida man. Shout out to Kevin. I think Connor's a listener, by the way. He doesn't say it, but I'm pretty sure he's a listener. Anyway, last week's show kind of made me mad. I agree with the end result, but having people butcher song lyrics from childhood bothers me. So I have a question or two. With this, you guys can answer both of them or one of them. I'm gonna let you decide. What is one song lyric that has always stuck with you, and what is your favorite misheard lyric? Example: Tiny Dancer changed to Tony Danza. 5 stars on Spotify. Connor Cage. His responses to this, by the way, was of course Tiny Dancer and Tony Danza, but his what song lyric has always stuck with you was "The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had," from a song called Mad World.
Yep. Well, that's
It's a damn good song. I agree with you on that one there, Connor. Kevin, what is your answers to these questions, if you so choose?
I've never really been a big song person, but I'll try this. You are my fire, my one desire. From
Beautiful.
yeah, that's my song lyric.
BSB on that one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it'd be
You
BSB or
Believe
my
when
fire, my one.
Have you ever heard the parody to that one? It's called "One Backstreet Boys Gay."
No.
I think it's which Backstreet Boys gay.
Is it? No, I'm pretty sure it's one. And then because at the end of the song they says like, "Nah, that's all right. We're all gay."
It's probably Kevin.
Anyway, do you have a misheard lyric or no?
I looked one up because I couldn't think of one, so I'm gonna do one that I looked up. It's like a virgin touched for the 31st time.
I appreciate that.
Little high. Shy.
So a much newer one, but a big song lyric for me that it was really big while I was a teenager. Was from Second Chance by Shinedown. And it's sometimes goodbye is a second chance.
Mhm.
Now, as for misheard song lyrics, now I don't know if this was something that my brother and sister taught me to screw with me whenever I was younger. But Tequila by the Champs, I ran around singing that as Bob Vila.
That changes it a little.
Just a little bit.
I still sing it like that, so it'll just pop up, and then I'm at the very end was just Bob Vila.
All right, Matt.
So we're doing my favorite song and then also misheard lyrics.
It's your what is one song lyric that has always stuck with you, and what is your favorite misheard lyric?
So let's see here. Song lyric that's always stuck with me. I mean, I have a favorite song lyric that's ever stuck with me. You know, I didn't come prepared for this. I don't know. I'll have to think about
Well, I
that
can
for a
come back
minute
to you
here.
if you want.
Yeah, but you know, I do have the misheard lyric, and this one I don't know if it's a lot of people or just me, but you know the song "Highway to the Danger Zone." I always thought it said "I went to the danger zone," like for the like literally until like last year or 2 years ago or something like that.
It would make sense.
Yeah, it would. No, it would
I
actually.
went to the danger zone. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to not hear it the next time you hear that.
My uh, my son just started watching uh, the show Archer.
Yeah.
He's 5 years old, by the way. He just started watching this show, and a lot of the jokes on there are more adult geared. And I'm sitting there, I'm trying to judge if it's a good show for him to watch or not. And it's kind of got the entire Shrek mentality to it, where a lot of these jokes are not going to go to it, and then they start swearing a lot, and I'm like, I better not.
You know, I actually do have a lyric now that I like. It's
Go ahead.
never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down.
Oh yeah. Rick rolled.
Just Rick roll us.
Exactly. My mom was so
Yep.
disappointed when she saw that video because she pictured him much different
Mm-hmm.
than he was, and she was incredibly disappointed. Still love the song, but
All right, Chris.
so I'm a big '80s guy as I mentioned, but I'm going to go away from '80s lyrics for my favorite or a lyric that I really I think about a lot and I think drives me a lot is from the X Ambassadors, the song Renegades, where they say, "All hail the underdogs, all hail the new kids, all hail the outlaws, Spielbergs and Kubricks."
Ooh, I
And
like
for
that.
me, that's like, it's just a song that drives me a lot, and I like underdogs. And then for a lyric that is misquoted often by Manfred Mann, "Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche, and a runner in the night." And it's actually revved up like a deuce.
See, and I was unaware of that. I originally misheard it, and that's what I thought it was. I'm like, dude, you can get away with a lot of shit in the '80s.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Um, Mine is my song lyric that has always stuck with me. I have a tattoo that says on my arm right here. It says "Great things never come from comfort zones." It's a Toby Mac quote, but I looked it up. It's actually not a Toby Mac quote, so I can't use that. I'm gonna go with a Taylor Swift lyric from this. I'm a Swift fan. I'm not a Swiftie. I'm a Swift fan. I respect the fuck out of her. From the song Bad Blood, I'm going to choose the lyric Band-Aids don't fix bullet holes on that one. But my misheard song lyric, it's not misheard, but somebody, I was at a friend's work. He's a used car dealer, and one of the other used car dealers was he was a very funny man, but he also happened to be an Arab man. And from the song "Dirty Deeds," is the entire "Dirty Deeds" done dirt cheap. He used to sing to the Arab man. Says, "Dirty deeds done with sheep." Granted, the Arab man did also give him crap back and everything else, so it was a very kind of thing. So
It was fair.
it was fair. So I enjoyed it. Anyway, those are mine. Connor, thank you for spreading your love for the entire Thank You To review. Thank you for spreading your love for Kevin as well, and Kevin's show, because he also does that entire thing. And I'm going to steal one from Kevin on this one, and I'm going to tell you, thank you for being a friend.
Oh, I love it.
All right. Welcome back for the second half of round one. Looks like Matt starts us off on this one. Matt, Kevin did this one. Is it see if I can find it on this one. This is not the right one I need. There it is. Maybe. If my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit. Or from one of my favorite movies of all time, Inconceivable. And that one's from Shy.
It's a good matchup.
Matt
Inconceivable.
gets a nod. This is ranked 1 via 13 on this one, by the way. Chris, Inconceivable or 88 miles an hour?
Whew. I'm going to go Inconceivable because I just have more reasons to say it throughout life than 88 miles an hour.
This is an upset and a half because this is ranked number 1 versus number 13. Again, Princess Bride is my number 1 movie of all time. I watch a lot of fucking movies, and it is my number 1 of all time. Inconceivable gets my vote. Kevin.
Back to the Future is my number 1 movie of all time as well. So it is inconceivable that this quote is not moving on. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit.
You keep using that word. I don't think that word means what you think it means.
It does not mean what you think it means.
Anyway, Shai finishes out.
I also really love the Princess Bride. Definitely not my favorite. I'm a little upset that you didn't use a different quote for that. So I'm gonna have to go for the 88 miles an hour.
That was your quote.
No, I didn't send that.
13, yeah.
No, that number
sent that one
13
too.
on number 13 on mine was It Can't Rain All the Time.
Oh, I must have had it written down. Oh no, yeah, I had to change that one because that one was originally one of my situations, so I had to fuck shit up. Either way, somebody wrote Inconceivable on that one, and that's where it went out. But Inconceivable, 3-2 to the next round. Chris starts us off. Chris, from Terminator, is it I'll Be Back? That is Chris's, or one of mine, ranked at number 7. I got to find this full quote. If I had a dick, this is where I tell you to suck it. From Lake Placid.
I'm going to go with I'll Be Back. Again, one that I use often in Schwarzenegger's voice, like I think so many of us do. And the Terminator needs to advance somewhere here.
Gets a vote, Chris. Or sorry, this is mine. I'll get there eventually. been a long day. It's warm down here. If I had I'm going to go with it if I had a dick, because I think I'll Be Back is quoted way too much, and it gets way too much recognition, more than it absolutely deserves. If I had a dick, it's not what their lyric is, it's who says it. For anybody who hasn't seen this movie, this is primetime Betty White. This is America's sweetheart. This is America's sweetheart on a horror movie-ish, saying, if I had a dick, this is where I tell you to suck it. This is like two things you would never assume that would go together. Is one, a dick and Betty White, and two, a horror movie-ish and Betty White together, and everything else is fucking Betty White. If I had a dick, and how it was delivered gets my vote. Kevin, if I had a dick, or I'll Be Back.
Oh, when Betty White delivered that line, because up until this point, my experience with Betty White was strictly Golden Girls, which I love, by the way. So to hear her deliver that line, if I had a dick, this is where I tell you to suck it, blew my fucking mind. So I am definitely going with that quote.
It's a vote.
I do love I'll Be Back, but I do have to go with If I Had a Dick, because that is very much a me quote.
I can see that. If I had a dick does get the vote, and it moves on. But Matt, finish this out.
You guys just keep talking about Betty White delivering dick, so I guess I'm going to have to go with that one.
Preach.
Oh. Coming up to another Star Wars one, I start this one off. It's either boring conversation anyway, Luke, we have company from episode 4, or dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow from Mulan. This is Matt versus myself on this one. I dishonor people all the time. I use this quote. I use this quote more than I'll Be Back, and I say I'll be back unironically. So that's what it is. Dishonor gets my vote on that one. Kevin, dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow, or boring conversation anyway.
I'm just gonna dishonor Star Wars altogether and just not vote again for Star Wars ever. So we're going with dishonor.
Dishonor gets another one. Shy.
Purely out of spite, we have company.
Really?
Yes, purely out of spite.
All right. Matt, we have company, or dishonor on your cow?
I have to say, any conversation without Star Wars at least being mentioned is a boring conversation. So we're going to go with that one.
Which means it's a tie-breaking decision coming down to Chris. Chris, is it boring conversation or dishonor on your cow?
I don't know which is worse, Star Wars or a musical. But I'm gonna have to go musical. For the first time in my life, I'm gonna vote for a musical. I don't think that'll ever happen again. But this,
I mean, it's more for Eddie Murphy than anything else. Not really the fact, and I wouldn't consider Mulan a musical because they're singing less than half the time during that movie. So,
well, if they're singing over 20%, for me, it just becomes a musical.
I wouldn't even say it's more than 20%.
That's some of the best Disney music, though.
Oh yeah, Let's Get Down to Business is a banger.
Yes,
Yeah, I freaking love that. There's a metal version of it. Have you guys ever heard that one? Oh, that one's so sick.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dan Vask.
Yeah, sick.
Fuck yes.
Guy's a Viking and a half, man.
Whew,
all right.
I would climb him like a tree.
Whoa.
Okay, so Kevin started that one off, which means Shy starts this one off. Shy, this is myself versus you on this one. I'm going to start off with you because mine's a little bit longer. Giggity.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Wow, that's kind of far down my list here. All right. Okay. From Shy, here's a clue. Purple is a fall color. It's in the middle of May. This from Scooby-Doo the movie. Mine, ranked number 3 on this one. I bet you're the kind of guy that would fuck a man in the ass and not have the goddamn common courtesy to give him a reach around from Full Metal Jacket.
Well, shit.
Scooby-Doo or Full Metal Jacket, they're left.
Yeah, I've got to go with Full Metal Jacket on that one. I got to vote against myself because that again would also be something that I would say.
It's a vote, Matt.
Full Metal Jacket.
Gets another one, Chris.
The reach around.
Gets another one. I'm going to go with that one as well. Kevin.
Yeah, it's a sweep. Everybody loves a good reach around.
The reach around wins.
Fuck a man in the ass goes 5-0. In the next round, Matt starts us off. Looks like Kevin versus myself on this one. Is it I'm surrounded by assholes from Spaceballs, or I got a pickle, I got a pickle, I got a pickle, hey, 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 from Little Rascals?
Surrounded by assholes.
Gets a vote. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going Spaceballs.
I'm not even mad about this one. I'm not. Like I'm quite literally. I'm wearing a shirt that says Spaceballs, a T-shirt on it right now. I had to check because I wasn't exactly certain, but I'm not going to be mad that Surrounded by Assholes moves on. However, out of spite, I'm going to go with I Got Pickle because I love that fucking song. And you know what? Just to throw this away, I'm going to steal a vote, and I'm going to steal Kevin's vote, and I'm going to go with I Got Pickle as well, just because I like fucking singing that song. So I'm going to steal Kevin's vote. Shy, finish. This is a tie-breaking decision coming down
And
to Shy.
I'm fucking going with I got a pickle.
Yes!
Because I got 2 pickles.
All right, let me catch up on here because I stole Kevin's vote. Kevin, even though I Got a Pickle is moving on, what was your vote, Ben?
I'm surrounded by assholes.
Does not get the vote. I Got a Pickle moves on in a successful stolen vote. To the 2 newcomers there, that is exactly how that works. I'm so glad I gave my faith to Shy on that one.
Well, and I'm also a little biased because I mean, I grew up watching Little Rascals too, but I also fucking love pickles. So
does my wife. Chris starts us off. Is it okay. Ranked at number 5 on this one on my end. I wouldn't let you sleep in my room if you were growing on my ass from Home Alone. Or from Matt, lady, you call him Dr. Jones from Temple of Doom.
Love Temple of Doom, but I got to go with anything around John Hughes. So I'm going to go Home Alone.
Speaking of John Hughes, by the way, looks like I got to find it on here. We have a John Williams versus John Hughes bracket coming up July 6th of this upcoming year, this 2025. So everybody out there, if you're a John Hughes fan or a John Williams fan, check that one out. Home Alone gets that vote. I don't like Temple of Doom. I personally think Temple of Doom is the worst one of the original 3. It is pretty close to be the worst one of all 5.
It's kind of dark, right? I mean, it's funny how the second one in Spielberg movies, like Back to the Future 2, was kind of dark.
You
And
could
then
tell.
Temple
You
of
could
Doom was
tell.
dark as well.
You could tell that Spielberg was going through a divorce at the time, because that movie was just
Rip the heart out.
yeah. Um, but and I do love that line because I think that's the first time during that movie that they actually swear. I don't consider ass a swear word, but the entire Buzz as a villain type, and Buzz is the true villain of that entire movie. The parents suck. Don't get me wrong, but like the true villain of that movie is fucking Buzz.
Yeah.
It gets my vote. Kevin, sleep. Wouldn't let you sleep in my room if you were growing on my ass, or lady, you call him Dr. Jones.
Normally, I would go with, Indiana Jones, but quote for quote on this one, it's growing on my ass.
It's a vote, Shy.
Yeah, I have to second Kevin on that one. Temple of Doom was actually the first Indiana Jones movie I saw, and it scared the shit out of me as a kid. But have to say that Home Alone is the better quote.
And Matt, finish this up.
Even though I'm outvoted, and I actually don't really like Temple of Doom either. I just love that quote. Lady, you call him Dr. Jones. So I'm gonna have to vote for it.
And he's in his Academy Award winner now. So there's that.
Sleep in my room moves on 4-1 to the next round. I start this one off, apparently. So you're telling me there's a chance? Dumb and Dumber. And by the way, I'm blowing my load on this one. So Kevin, you're going to be starting this one off. So you're telling me there's a chance from Dumb and Dumber, or hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Oh, it's Indigo Montoya. Love, love, love Princess Bride.
Gets a vote. Shy.
The one acceptable Princess Bride quote. I have to go with Inigo Montoya.
Matt.
Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Gets the vote and the win. Chris.
Yeah, I was going to do the quote, but Matt did it better. So I will go with the Princess Bride as well.
Dude, like I tried to do it originally, and Matt just redid it, and I'm like, "Fuck you, Matt, dude."
I practiced
terrible.
that every morning before I went into high school. Okay, so you get a pass.
Indigo moves on 5-0 on this one. I agree, and it's one of the few movies that one of the few quotes out there I think deserves a sweep. I think "fuck a guy in the ass" is it. Considering what it was going against, deserves a sweep, but this is too. Even though there's a chance, so you're telling me there's a chance was my quote. I'm still voting against mine on this one. Last up in round one, Kevin starts us off. All right, it's either from Matt. I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane, or from Chris. And I have to look this up a little bit just to make sure that I get it right.
Is it the long one?
Yeah, no, I went with the does Barry Manilow know you raid his closet?
Raid his wardrobe.
Wardrobe, sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't write that part down. It was a ... I couldn't finish it. So Kevin.
I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Get to vote, Shy.
Motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Matt
Motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
gets the win. Chris.
Well, I'm going to go with mine because I love the Breakfast Club so much that I have, Sincerely Yours, the Breakfast Club on my arm. That's how much I love it. So the other quote I had was the letter itself, but I don't know if it would have even beat this one. So
No, this was a 2-12 on this one. By the way, I'm gonna go with Barry Manilow, mainly because it's a I don't like Breakfast Club. I vote against Breakfast Club pretty much every chance I get. However, knowing that it's not moving on anyway, and I love pretty much fuck you quotes is what I call fuck you quotes, and this is a type of thing. It's like I know I'm fucked, so I'm gonna go out on a good line, and this is what he came up with, and it's absolutely fantastic. So Barry Manilow gets my vote, but motherfucking Snakes gets the win. 3-2. Next round. We're right back right after this break. We have some cool guests this week between Matt and Chris. We're gonna start off with Matt on this one, however, though. Matt was late to the party because he was having technical difficulties. How you doing, sir?
I am doing very well. I appreciate being here today. This is a blast.
So tell us and tell everybody else a little bit about yourself, what you do, where you're from, and what qualifies you to be on the podcast circuit.
Well, I have just watched a lot of movies in my life. I'm sure there are people that have watched more, but I like good quotes. I like feeling a little bit of emotion when I hear something said. But we'll get to that in a moment here. So my name's Matt. You can call me MJ Struven if you want to sound a little pretentious. I'm an author, podcaster. I actually recently wrote and directed a short film over the summer, The Cardinal Sinner. Check that out on YouTube if you like. It's a medieval horror. My debut novel came out at the beginning of December last year. It's called Secrets of the Erelaz. It's a fantasy, dark fantasy. So if you like that kind of stuff, check it all out. And then my podcast is The Writers Are People 2 podcast. I have authors of all walks of life come on and chat about their works.
And our last but not least guest on this one, we have Chris.
Yeah, so I'm Chris Clues. I'm a keynote speaker and author that focuses on what 80s pop culture can teach us for life and work. I have 3 books currently, considering working on a 4th, but they're a lot of work, so I'm going to kind of hold back on it for now. I'm fortunate to speak to a lot of organizations, big and small, about these lessons, and I guess we'll talk later about where you can find me, but chrisclues.com is my website if you're curious. And Matt, I'd love to talk to you about
Yeah, let's get you on.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So please tell me that you have done like a TED Talk on this entire thing, because the subject matter does actually intrigue me. As an 80s child myself, an 80s born child, I'm not a 80s kid. I'm a 90s kid, but
It's interesting. I have applied for a ton of TEDx talks and just have not been able to get one. And so, I've stuck to the ones that pay me. And that's so. I'll continue to try here and there. But I have lessons for leadership, communications, teamwork, inclusion, life in general, and about 160 lessons from about 45 movies, and a musician who loved The Color Purple. I have a great lesson from him.
being a intriguing college course.
I would love to do that. Absolutely. I think there's enough there, and it's a lot of fun. I don't know. I believe that I always say that you learn best when you're not expecting to. That some of the best lessons for our life and work come from the most unexpected of places and people.
Yep.
There you go. Welcome back for round 2. Looks like it's like Shy starts us off on this one. Shy, is it yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, or remember the 5th of November?
I'm gonna have to go with the 5th of November.
It's a nod, Matt.
You're pitting me against myself. I can't believe it. But I will go with 5th of November.
Like I said, I can't guarantee anything past round 1. That's the point. And I'm pretty sure there's at least one of these that are myself against myself. So, Chris, 5th of November, yippee-ki-yay.
I'm going to go yippee-ki-yay because I had that one as well as one of my top ones. So I think it was my number 2.
I'm going to go with, which is, by the way, everybody out there, this is the reason why I asked for people to rank these, is because just because it was number 2, but it wasn't number 1, the other people had it higher than number two. Was the reason why they got the pick on that one. I'm going to go with 5th of November on this one, mainly for the same reason I said before about how I don't want Yippee-Ki-Yay. Much like last week, I didn't want Scooby-Doo to win the entire thing. We were doing a kids' TV show theme song bracket, and I didn't want Scooby-Doo winning the entire thing, so I voted against it every single time. 5th of November,
Shame on you, Freddie.
I would not mind it winning this entire thing. I'm okay with it, even though it's not mine. Kevin, finish us out.
Well, since the 5th of November is moving on, because that was the day that time travel was invented, I'm going to go Yippee-Ki-Yay.
3-2. 5th of November moves on to the next round. Matt starts us off. Is it I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast, or you're going to need a bigger boat?
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
Gets a vote. Chris.
Bigger boat.
I mean, it's pieces of shit. Like, don't get me wrong. I think that you're going to need a bigger boat, even though it's misquoted. Has a bigger legacy, but it's also had a lot more time to do so. But pieces of shit is just the kind of comeback that I would love to be able to say off the top of my head, and not like 2 hours later when I remember the conversation and going, fuck, I wish I would have said that. So pieces of shit gets my vote. Kevin, pieces of shit or bigger boat?
This is a tough one for me. I like both of these lines. I know I say we're going to need a bigger boat every time I go fishing, but pieces of shit is just funnier. I'm going to go with that one.
Gets a vote. And the win, Shy.
Pieces of shit.
4-1. It feels so good to write that out too. Pieces of shit moves on again to the next round. Chris starts us off. Is it if I had a dick, this is where I'd tell you to suck it, or inconceivable?
It's inconceivable for me.
Gets a vote. My love for Betty White on the recasting call. We have a rule called the Betty White rule because we absolutely love Betty White. Which the Betty White rule is it's okay that if the people have died, as long as they've had a role in the last 5 years type thing. Because Betty White has had pretty much was acting till the day she died type thing. So my love for Betty White on this one, I'm pretty sure Inconceivable is going to be moving on anyway. And it's not even the best Princess Bride quote that I'm going to go off of. So if I had a dick gets my nod. Kevin, if I had a dick or Inconceivable?
Again, I love Betty White. I end my show with a Golden Girls quote every time I end it. So if I had a dick, this is where I tell you to suck it.
Gets a vote. Shy.
If I had a dick.
Yeah, wow. Talk about going on a limb on that one. Matt.
Inconceivable.
3-2. If I had a dick. So we have a quote about dick and a quote about pieces of shit so far. Moving on to the next round. I start this one off. It's either... These are two of mine going against each other, by the way. It's either I got pickle, I got pickle, I got pickle, hey, 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 hey. Or I wouldn't let you sleep in my room if you were growing on my ass. My wife loves pickles. If we go to Jimmy John's, or she goes to Jimmy John's, the only thing that she will order is pickles, and we have like this container, like a cup, of like just fucking pickles, and from Jimmy John's because they have the best fucking pickles. And it's not only a quote, it's a lyric. So they're technically singing it. So I got to go with I got pickle on that one. Kevin, I got pickle, or I wouldn't let you sleep in my room.
I wouldn't let you sleep in my room.
Gets the vote. Shy.
I'm actually gonna steal Chris's on this, and I got a pickle.
Gets a vote and moves on. We're gonna go with Matt real quick, and then we'll get Chris's vote to see where he would have went. But Matt, I got a pickle or sleep in my room.
Sleep in my room.
Gets a vote. Chris, your vote was stolen, but is it I got a pickle or sleep in my room?
I mean, you probably stole it because you knew I mentioned John Hughes earlier, and I'm a big John Hughes fan, so I would have gone with Home Alone.
That was successful. 3-2. Split vote moves on to the next round.
Quick
Kevin.
question: can you steal someone's vote who has already gone?
No. You have to do it before they go, unless they blow their load. And if they blow their load, they have not officially voted yet. They just postpone their turn, type thing. I think you were having technical difficulties when we were explaining that. So
I missed all the rules, so I'm just flying blind right now.
okay. I apologize. No, blowing a load goes all the way up into the finals. You can do then all that means is that you're going last. Somebody else blows their load after you because nobody else, with the exception of myself, nobody else has actually blown a load. If they do and they go after you, you are no longer going last. You're going directly before them. And steal a vote can go up into including the third round, where there's only 4 votes in the entire thing in round 3. I'll give you a warning before that happens, but you have to steal a vote before the person has actually voted, much like Shy stole Chris's vote before he voted. I think.
Cool.
It's kind of a recalling during the show, like previous during the show, and actually remembering or knowing people from the past type thing, and knowing that they just like, for instance, I have a friend of mine who's on the show who absolutely loves Jurassic Park, always votes for Jurassic Park. So every time we have a Jurassic Park on the thing, I always steal his vote to vote for the opposite movie, whatever the opposite movie is. Just to say officially he votes for the opposite movie, knowing that he loves Jurassic Park. So just because I'm the bastard. So that's how that works.
You seem very spiteful, and I appreciate that.
I am a dick. I am a bastard in every good sense of the word.
That is
right.
why you are the head bastard.
I am the head bastard. I'm the bastard of head. All right. So Shy starts this one off, I believe.
I don't remember.
I don't know either. It's either myself or Matt on this one. It's Where the White Women At? Or Men of the West. And this one's
God.
for Shy. Yeah.
Just purely since I didn't get to last time, I'm gonna have to go for Where the White Women At.
Where the White Women At? Gets a vote. Matt.
Can you quote it for us, Matt?
I will gladly do so. A day may come when the courage of men fails, when we forsake our friends and break all bonds of fellowship, but it is not this day. An hour of wolves and shattered shields when the age of men comes crashing down, but it is not this day. This day we fight. By all that you hold dear on this good earth, I bid you stand, men of the West. And I have to go with that one.
Yeah, Where the White Women At?
Chris.
I'm going Mel Brooks.
Gets another one. Gets a third. I mean, the timing of this line is perfect. I can't help it. I've never liked the Lord of the Rings trilogy, either one of them, including the Hobbit trilogy. But I do agree with you that is an epic. That's almost Braveheart-esque. It's very,
better.
very close to it.
It's better than Braveheart.
Oof.
I disagree with that one. But that's
Matt, back me up. Come on.
Oh,
I love Lord of the Rings with all my heart, so I have to go Lord of the Rings is best.
better than the Braveheart monologue?
You know, I have read Lord of the Rings almost... Well, okay, so I used to read it every year from when I was like 8 years old up until I was in college. So I've read it like 10 plus times, and I just love Lord of the Rings so much. So I have to go with Lord of the Rings.
All right, and Kevin, finish it out.
What's the
White
Men in the
women or
West
men of the
quote
West?
again?
I am happy. I know you're doing this because you think it's pissing me off, but I will gladly say it again. So, a day may come when the courage of men fails, when we forsake our friends and break all bonds of fellowship. But it is not this day. An hour of wolves and shattered shields when the age of men comes crashing down. But it is not this day. This day we fight. By all that you hold dear on this good earth, I bid you stand, men of the West.
So is it
awesome
white
quote.
women or men coming?
Oh,
That is an awesome quote. But where are the white women at?
It's respectable, If I'm going to lose to one, I'm okay.
Yeah,
losing to
I mean, if you're gonna
Yeah.
lose to something, lose to
where the
Mel
white
Brooks.
women
I mean, white women moves on 4-1 to the next round. Matt starts us off on this one. Matt, it's either you've been cheated from Full Metal Jacket, or I haven't been fucked like that since grade school from Fight Club.
Oh gosh, both of those are good too. I'm gonna have to go with haven't been fucked like that since grade school.
This is myself versus Shy, by the way. Chris,
You've been cheated. Full Metal Jacket.
I have a feeling Shy is going to be going for hers. So I feel it only necessary for me to go with mine. And assuming Shy is going to be going for hers, this actually kind of turns it down to a tie-breaking decision to Kevin. So whatever Kevin decides next is going to be his thing. So I'm going to go with I haven't been fucked like that since grade school. I want to say high school because it just
no, come on. It makes it better. It makes it better.
It does, but it makes it so much worse.
But
Kevin,
that's what makes it better.
Kevin, fuck like that since grade school, or you've been cheated.
Since I voted against it last time, we'll go with the grade school fucking.
Shy, fuck like that since grade school, or you've been cheated.
So where are we at with it now? What are we at a tie still?
No, fuck like that. Already moved on.
Well, since it's already moved on, yeah, I'm gonna go with you've been cheated.
3-2 faces a 3-2 faces a 4-1 in the next round. Next up, Chris starts us off. Is either dishonor on you, or dishonor on you and dishonor on your cow, or you're the kind of guy that would fuck a man in the ass and not have the goddamn common courtesy to give him a reach around.
Is this still in grade school?
Yes.
It depends what kind of dishonor you're talking about.
I'm going to go Full Metal Jacket here as well.
Fuck a man in the ass gets a vote. I'm gonna go with fuck a man in the ass. Especially
So why is
As
choice?
you do.
especially what it's going to, if it moves on, what it's going to be facing in the next round. Fuck a man in the ass is just perfect. So, fuck him in the ass gets fuck a man in the. I can't even get the words out of my mouth.
No.
Fuck a man in the ass is going to be getting my vote. Kevin, fuck a man in the ass or dishonor on your cow.
I think I'm with you with fucking a man in the ass.
I think that this whole thing needs to be clipped and turned into YouTube shorts or something.
And weirdly, I am also with fucking a man in the ass.
That's called pegging.
I'm very aware.
I'm not just trying to be a rebel, but I have to go with dishonor on you and your cow.
Oh, by the way,
No reach around for you, Matt.
All right. We have something on this show that Shy actually helped. By the way, I did not name this. Shy was one of the people who named this one. We have something on this show called a pearl necklace. For anybody else out there who wants to know why it was named like that, do not look it up on a work computer.
Guy is fucked up. That's why.
But what that means, if on this show, what pearl necklace is, if you have something that goes through the entire episode without a vote against it, it is known as a pearl necklace. I wanted to call it a Cinderella episode because it was a Disney episode where it was named after, but apparently no. Fuck a man in the ass by that vote with dishonor was the first vote against fuck a man in the ass. So we only have one more that has the ability to become a pearl necklace through this entire show. Explaining that one. We have a whole bunch of shit when it comes to the show, guys. So we have a lot of fun. Fuck a man in the ass moves on 4-1. I start this one. Yeah, I start this one off. It's either I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane, or you killed my father, prepare to die. And it's Princess Bride. Just period. And that one, I have a pin that says that somewhere, like a fucking lapel pin somewhere that says has a
I used to have a sticker on my car that had it.
My name is badge thing. Yeah. I don't know where it's at, but Kevin, is it you killed my father or motherfucking snakes?
As much fun as it is to say these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane, it has to be you killed my father, prepare to die.
I'm already writing that down as a win. Shy.
I'm going to go ahead and blow my load. I just want to see where this is going to go.
By the way, lifelines for myself and Shy are both off the table. Kevin, Matt, and Chris are yet to use either one of them through the entire thing. Matt, is it motherfucking snakes or you killed my father?
Pitting me against myself again, but this is an easy choice. I'm going with Princess Bride.
Chris.
Yeah, Princess Bride, Inigo Montoya.
So, Shy, you have a chance to be a bastard because you killed my father is the other one.
And I'm gonna be a fucking bastard because it's motherfucking snakes on a motherfucking plane.
No pearl necklace on today's episode due to Shy. You killed my father moves on 4-1 to the next round, faces a 3-2. Be right back right after this break. Kevin, Shy, you guys got ads this week, I'm assuming?
Always.
I was like, Shy, I really hope you do because you've been gone fucking forever. People's going to be wanting some kind of update. All right. Kevin, what you been up to?
Oh man, other than being on Bracket Bastards, I'm part of two other podcasts. We have the Mod Squad Network, which is an entertainment-based show where we have a movie show, a horror show, a gamer show. We do conversations with the Mod Squad where we interview YouTube personalities, and we go live every Saturday night with a giveaway. And on my other show, Back to the Retro Review, I review movies from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. I also do a budget podcasting, tech review, gear that comes out every Thursday. And I have a budget podcasting show that comes out, that goes live at 9 p.m. Eastern every Thursday night. So that is what I got going on.
And of course, Shy has decided to grace us with her wonderful presence this week. Shy, where you been?
Locked in a tiny room at the Nicholas County EMS station where I am now a 911 dispatcher. So you coming through Nicholas County, West Virginia, don't call me. Don't call me. But no, I've been doing that for the last couple months. 2024 has been a shit show and a half, but doing that, working for the government now, I guess. So that's cool. But I'm going to be getting back to hosting on the radio. So starting tomorrow, between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch me on the Thin Line Rock Station, which is an online radio for EMS, different types of first responders, police, all that gobbledygook. Occasionally, you'll find me on the Para or Normal Guys or the Misfits on the Sport Cat shows. And if you want to see me making a goofy ass of myself, you can head on over to TikTok and find me at Asylum Shy 96. Shy is CHEY.
And I'm your host, Freddie Fisher. You can find me at that on Facebook because we have multiple shows that we're doing here on Bracket Bastards. Number one is Bracket Bastards. That's coming the upcoming next couple of weeks. We have Movie Quotes number 2, which is the second half of this one. We're going to find a winner today, and whoever wins this will be facing the winner next week. So check that one out. On coming up after that is our Rumble special. So all you wrestling fans out there, we have some people from different walks of life who we will be talking about wrestling theme songs. Each person gets to pick a certain amount of theme songs. This is a collaboration episode, much like this one, and we'll be doing them out like that for the Royal Rumble. And after that, we'll be doing another quotes bracket, much like this one, but we're talking about Disney quotes. That is another 2-week process as well. So all you Disney Heart fans out there, go ahead and make sure to check that one out. On one of our other shows we have is the Recasting Call. Myself and Kate will be recasting this month, but for next month's episode, the 90s version of Romeo and Juliet, trying to get rid of Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes for that one and recasting them with current stars. I have not made my picks for this one, and I have no idea how in the hell I'm going to do that. So check that one out. Matilda, by the way, which is the last episode we did, actually is out on the Bracket Bastards lineup now, and we did Home Alone before that, to go ahead and check that one out too. Update, by the way, for the people who are following along with myself and Q, because we have a hair versus hair match where we are pitting against my Chicago Bears. I have no Chicago Bears hair stuff around here currently. I don't know why. And his Raiders, because he is a huge Raiders fan, on who is the worst team out of the two of them. The loser loses their hair. I don't have any hair up here. However, I do have this. It's nothing like Kevin's, but eventually, no, I can't even say that because my wife will never let me do that. But this has taken me like 2 years-ish to actually fine-tune to an inch. So me shaving it off is going to be a huge, huge disappointment. However, Q looks like a fucking beetle. Like from Europe, beetle type thing. So if he loses, he will be losing his hair as well. The current standings, by the way, with the exception of the Bears game today, which we'll be getting to shortly, the Bears and the Raiders are tied as far as standings go. But if there's a tie when that comes down to that one, it goes down to points scored. And the Raiders were actually up by 3. So last week's Q was actually in the lead by 3 points in a tie-breaking decision. However, Bears beat the Packers today. I didn't see that one coming at all. I kind of figured the Bears would lose. However, they won 22. They won 24-22, which means as long as the Raiders either lose their game or win, or win and score 20 points or less, Q is going to be shaving his head in our Valentine's Day episode when we'll be talking about first dance songs at weddings. So make sure to check that one out as well.
Is he shaving live?
Yes, Jess will be doing it.
All right.
And it will be like this one. He's gonna take a razor to it, and
Okay.
Jess will be shaving his head for that particular episode. If I lose, which I doubt I'm going to now, I will be doing it live on air.
Right.
Probably each round I'll shave different pieces of it. I will not be giving myself a Hitler mustache because there's all the shit that we've done on this show. That is a guaranteed cancelment.
Well, then I would at least expect if you're not going to give yourself a Hitler stash, then you really need to give yourself a good, like, 90s porno stash.
I thought about it, doing the entire
Fu
Hulk
Manchu it. Yeah, Fu
Hulk
Manchu
brother
it, yeah.
type thing.
Yeah,
However,
well, you can do
I'm probably
that.
not going to lose it with the Bears winning today. I'm probably not going to lose it. So, um, there's that. Welcome back for round 3 and beyond. It looks like Kevin starts us off on this one. Kevin, is it remember the 5th of November, or where the white women at?
Even though, again, the 5th of November was the day time travel was invented, I got to go where the white women at.
Gets a vote. Shy.
Where them white women at?
Matt
Remember the 5th of November.
gets a vote. Chris.
I guess I'm going to steal and go with Mel Brooks.
So you'll be stealing
Yours.
mine.
Yeah.
Kevin, should I give him grace or not?
I'd give him a little bit of grace.
A little bit of grace.
Yeah.
Please remember that where the white woman at is was my pick.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
So-
but you did also really like the 5th of November.
Yeah,
I-
so-
think you
I
voted
do.
for it.
So, do you? But with that knowledge
Yeah.
that I voted for both of these all the way through, do you still want to steal a vote?
Do it, Chris.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do because I stole it. So I'm not going to go
Okay.
back.
I mean, I was gonna, I was
It's okay.
gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. However, I would have gone with where the white women at as well, which means it is 4-1 to the next round. And actually, to be perfectly honest, you wouldn't even have needed to still a vote because it would have been 3-2 even if I did go the other way. So, yeah.
Well, now
White
you're just
women.
making them feel bad. Come on, just
Well, I mean,
Let him have his moment.
I am a bastard. Thank you very much.
You live and you learn.
Then you get loves if you don't use protection. Shy starts us off. By the way, for Kevin and Matt, because Chris just used his, these next 3, because I forgot to warn you, are the last time you can steal a vote.
You bastard.
So Kevin and Matt, keep that in mind. Shy, is it you killed my father, or I got pickle, I got pickle, I got pickle, hey, 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 hey?
I gotta go Princess Bride on that one.
Gets a vote. Matt
Princess Bride, please.
gets another one. Chris.
Princess Bride.
You know what? Since the pearl necklace is off the table now, I'm gonna go with I got a pickle, just because I love singing that. So there's that. Kevin, finish us out.
I was prepared to die.
I actually put that on. All right. So 4-1. You killed my father moves on to the next round. Matt starts us off. Matt, is it you're the kind of guy that would fuck a man in the ass and not even have the goddamn common courtesy to give him a reach around? Or if I had a dick, this is where I'd tell you to suck it.
If I had a dick, this is where I'd tell you to suck it.
Which is, by the way, the reason I wanted these two to go together, because they just kind of go together. Chris, fuck a man in the ass, or if I had a dick.
Reach around for me.
It's another one. Both of these are mine, by the way. Looking at who is going to be facing in the next round, I think fuck a man in the ass has a better opportunity to beat him, to beat that particular one. So I'm going to go with fuck a man in the ass. Kevin, is it fuck a man in the ass, or if I had a dick? or you can steal a vote.
So it's 2-1 for fucking man in the ass.
It is 2-1.
Yeah, I'll still Shy's vote. I'll just take the if I had a dick.
With that, if I had a dick, moves on. Shy, what's your vote?
Fuck a man in the ass.
3-2. If I had a dick, moves on to the next round. Faces a 4-1. On the other side, Chris starts us off. Chris, is it I haven't been fucked like that since grade school, or I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast?
Oh yeah, pieces of shit, for sure.
I kind of want to keep my main man in the conversation here. I'm going to go with I haven't been fucked like that since grade school. Kevin.
That's a funny quote, but I'm gonna go with pieces of shit.
They're both funny quotes.
Yeah.
Like, Shy. Pieces of shit or fuck like that since grade school?
Fucked like that since grade school.
All right. Which means it is a tie-breaking decision coming down to Matt. Matt, we have something on this show. If you are a tie-breaking decision, this is the first time this happened today's episode, and we know who is facing in the next round. You get to know that piece of information. Now, this particular one would also release who is the opposite side of the field as well. So, do you want to know who is facing in the next round?
Yeah, please.
It is either pieces of shit like you for breakfast or fuck like that since grade school will be facing where the white women at.
I'm going to go with grade school.
That surprised the hell out of me.
Good choice.
I'm good with either one of those going through, to tell you the truth.
They're both really good.
Yeah.
Fuck like that moves on to the next round. Final four. By the way, the opposite side on that one, since I did release who was facing. The final four is where the white women at versus fuck like that since grade school, and if I had a dick, this is where I tell you to suck it, or you killed my father. So solid 4 on this one. Yeah, solid 4 on this one. I start us off. Matt, by the way, did not use the steal a vote. He's the only one not to. So, Matt, I'm going to give you the option between number 1 and number 2.
This is between You Killed My Father? Is that what you're saying?
No. Number 1 or number 2, either side A or side B. This is what we're going to start off with.
Oh. We'll go with number 2.
Number 2. So, I start us off, it's either going to be if I had a dick, this is where I tell you to suck it, or you killed my father. You know what? It's Betty White. Like, if it wasn't for Betty White saying that in a horror movie, and yeah, it's just like America's Sweetheart type thing. It was perfect delivery. It was perfect everything. I do love the movie The Princess Bride. I personally think You Killed My Father is overused. Even during that movie, it's overused. It's overused for a reason, but it's overused. If I had a dick, it's just perfect. It really is for me. So it's going to get my vote. Kevin, if I had a dick or You Killed My Father.
Have The Princess Bride ever won a bracket?
Yeah, multiple.
All right. Well, then I am going to go with Betty White.
Betty White gets a vote. Yeah, it's one of the 80s movies brackets. It's won our top 10 list bracket and a couple other ones as well. So Betty White gets a vote with If I Had a Dick. That sounds bad. Shy.
As much as that is my favorite Princess Bride quote, I do have to go with If I Had a Dick.
Gets another one and the win. Matt, is it You Killed My Father, If I Had a Dick?
You Killed My Father. I have to I love the Princess Bride. I think I threw in like 3 quotes from the Princess Bride. My heart is being broken.
No, I
One
love the
that didn't
Princess
make it,
Bride
which
too.
surprises me, was the entire "Anybody want a peanut?"
No,
I almost
right,
threw that
man,
one
you
in
mean it.
too.
Andre the
But I was
Giant.
like, if they don't like the Princess Bride and I threw in like 6 of them, I'm real screwed. So I had to like
Oh,
mix it up
I
a
would
little
have
bit.
loved the hell out of that, man. Like I said, Princess Bride is one of my favorite movies. It's really hard for me to do a top 10.
Have
Like
fun storming the castle.
that's an
I'm not a witch.
impossible.
I'm your
Bye
wife.
bye, boys.
I still find it funny that Robin Wright is the same person who played Buttercup and Jenny
Yep.
in Forrest Gump. It's
Tomboy.
just the same person, and it's sitting there going,
Mhm.
you can't hate and love somebody at the same time, but she makes it almost possible. Chris, finish this out. You killed
Yeah,
my father, or if I had a dick.
and I'd go with Princess Bride.
Thank you for standing in solidarity with me.
Yeah, of course. It's the 80s, man.
It was the 80s, man.
Also, thinking about Mel Brooks for a second here, Wesley played in Robin Hood Men in Tights, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's
And
also
Saw.
and Stranger Things. He was the mayor of Hawkins, Indiana.
Mhm.
You killed moves on to the third place opportunity. Kevin starts us off. Kevin, is it where the white women at? Or I haven't been fucked like that since grade school.
Where the white women at? I'm gonna go with Mel Brooks on this one.
Gets a vote. Shy. Where the white
Where the
women
white
at?
Where the white women at?
Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? There they go. There they go. There they go.
Matt, where the white women at? Or fuck like that since grade school.
Where are the white women at?
Damn it, Chris.
Mel Brooks.
You know what? I'll give it a sweep. I will. I'll be nice. 5-0. Other one moves on 3-2.
I wish these last 4 could all win. To tell you the truth, they're all great quotes.
We're all winners in my heart.
Yeah.
I won't go
All
that
right.
far.
So, out of the final 4, by the way, 3 of them are mine. The only one that's not mine is the one that got 4th place, and that is is up for 3rd and 4th place, and that is you killed my father. That's the only one. I'm surprised. I usually don't do well on these collaboration episodes, so I'm very happy about that, and I appreciate it.
I've just noticed a theme of lots of anal and dick sucking and all of this
Yeah.
stuff going on
Yeah.
here. I should have
Welcome
read
to
the room
show.
a little better.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome. You're finding out now.
Yeah. Next time I'll know.
White women killing white women by a dick being fucked like that in grade school. That's how the final 4 goes. Shy.
I mean, if that's how we're going out, then I mean,
If
all
you're gonna,
right.
if you're gonna go, I mean, you're gonna go.
Yeah.
Shy, 3rd place. Fuck like that since grade school, or you killed my father.
Fuck like that since grade school.
Gets a vote. Matt,
You killed my father.
Chris.
Prepare to die.
I'm gonna go with prepare to die as well. Like I can't give it 4th place, even though it's not my pick. I'm voting against my pick here. It's such an iconic line. It's overused as fuck, but it's still an iconic line. It gets my vote and the win. Kevin,
I'm gonna give it a yep.
4-1. You killed gets 3rd. Matt starts us off. By the way, for Kevin, Matt, and Chris, this is the last time to blow a load. Matt starts us off. Is it where the white women at? Or if I had a dick, this is where I'd tell you to suck it.
Where are the white women at?
Gets a vote. Does not use either one of his lifelines. Chris, white women, if I had a dick.
Mel Brooks for me.
Off the board. I'm gonna go with the white women as well. It's Mel Brooks. It's one of my favorite lines from him as well. It gets the win. Kevin, if I had a dick or white women.
Just because I like to be a completionist, I'll blow it.
Kevin decided to go last. Shy,
Where the white women at?
with a possible sweep. Kevin, white women, or if I had a dick.
We're gonna sweep it. We're gonna sweep it.
5-0 twice in a row.
Where they at?
Not here.
White women had what? 2, 3, 4. White women had 4 votes against it this entire time. So that's it. White women. Sorry, where the white women at? If I had a dick, this is where I tell you to suck it. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father, prepare to die, and I haven't been fucked like that since grade school. Makes up your top 4 of this week. Make sure to check out next week when we find a winner to facing Where the White Women At. You can find Kevin at.
You can find me in the Mod Squad of Network official community and in Back to the Retro Review official community on Facebook. And you can look me up on Instagram at Back to the Retro Review. One word.
You can find Shy at.
You can find me on the thinlinerockstation.com, the Sportcat shows on YouTube, Spotify, Twitch, all that nonsense, and at Asylum Shy 96 on TikTok.
You can find lovely guest this week, Matt, at.
I am lovely. Thank you very much. Instagram, MJ Struven. YouTube, The Writers Are People to podcast. Also on Spotify. You can find my debut fantasy novel, The Secrets of the Erelaz, on Amazon. And you can find my debut film, The Cardinal Sinner, on YouTube.
And, of course, you can find Chris at.
ChrisClues.com, CLEWS, ChrisClues.com. Instagram at ChrisClues80s. On Facebook, Chris Clues, and on Twitter X, believe it or not, I got at 80s Pop Culture. So
Wow.
Available, but I feel like I could
Can't
sell
believe
it.
you got that one.
I feel like I could sell that. But yeah.
You probably could, like for a decent dime there. I'm your host, Freddie Fisher. You can find me at that on Facebook. While you're on Facebook, check out Bracket Bastards as well, and Bracket Bastards, the audience vote. We're currently, because we're not doing this one on the thing, we're currently doing a decades bracket where I picked all the way back from 1960 the top song from every year, and we are down to the top 8 currently that is on the current vote that's still going on. So the quarterfinals, the top 8 of the last 64 years of music, and it ranges beyond ranges between those two. However, when we do the Rumble special and Disney quotes for those as well, you guys can go ahead and vote along with those, and that will be part of the Pass the Parcel, if not an actual voting member of the type thing. So there's that. On Twitter, I'm at Fisher777. We're all at Bracket Bastards. On Instagram, as always, you can find me at Can't Lick Me, not one word. I try to end every single show with a quote. This week's quote comes from Robert Frost. It says, "In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've ever learned in life, and that is it goes on."
With the white women.
With a white woman at. If I can find my button here. That is our show this week, guys. See you next time.